Let's head over to Australia. And I kind of want to throw this out there. It's kind of important because we have been connecting the dots across the Commonwealth. 4 people in hospital after 3 random stabbing attacks in Melbourne. 1 woman is fighting for her life. 3 people are being treated for injuries following a spat of stabbings in Melbourne.
Speaking of crime, it's fair to say Australia is in the middle of a youth crime crisis that our police...
Now, why is the youth so heavily indulged or in crime? Well, the youth is starting to realize they have nothing to lose anymore. Just like those teen takeovers in Chicago and different places across the United States, where the youth is starting to realize that I'm going to work my whole life and I won't even be able to afford to buy a house. I won't even afford to buy food now. And a lot of the youth is starting to realize they have nothing to live. And what do we tell you on this channel? When you dominate people with violence, lies, rhetoric, red tape, bureaucracy, when you dominate people with that, when they have nothing to lose, what do? They fight back. We stole that quote from the movie Fast and Furious 5. When you dominate people with violence and they have nothing to lose, what do? They fight back. Fast and Furious 5 quote. Now,
our courts and our politicians just don't seem to be able to deal with. Indeed, in many cases, the courts are making this issue worse. At the heart of what's happening seems to be the use of young teenagers by crime gangs largely to commit home invasions, car thefts and carjackings, knowing that the magistrates and state Labor governments are very inclined not to lock up these children, and many of them are children. Now, indeed, most of the Labor states and the crazy Green left government in Canberra are actively looking at raising the age of criminality. Victoria, as an example...
So they want to raise the age so you could go and commit more crime for a lot longer without being penalized. And Melbourne has been hit with a spat of stabbings in the inner city, leaving a woman fighting for her life and 3 other injured. A 31-year-old Melton man is alleged to have carried out 3 random attacks in a period of 3 hours around the St Kilda in the city's southeast. The 24-year-old Melbourne man was attacked first, the alleged assailant stabbing him in the leg at the King Street burger store at about 10 p.m. The man made his way along Denendung Road, stabbing random man and a woman walking in St Kilda East shortly before 11 p.m. So look at, there's the crime scene here. And wow. So now, what are we actually were warning people about this, especially when you got 5,000 videos telling people about stuff, you start to find things you've said. And stabbings and knife violence set to skyrocket in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Let's look at the data. Stabbings and knife violence to skyrocket, and data, knife violence. So there it is right there, and there is the video right there. And we're going to see in England, in Australia, and Canada, and what did I say here? 23, UK House Parliament. Are you ready for this? Ooh, Mike, 45 stabbings in 2020, 2021. Ooh, no, that's really nothing. How's about 45,000 stabbings? Yes, 45,000 stabbings. So, the ONS data... This is England and Wales excluding Greater Manchester. So 45,000 stabbings, and we've been warning you guys, stabbings and knife violence set to skyrocket. And we could see it happening. It's in the works. And again, like that reporter was reporting, that they are making it almost non-punishable. And it's scary, especially if you're paying a lot in taxes to live.